Hello. Hey, we're live. Hello? Yes. Perfect. Hey, hello. Again, live. My lighting seem off? Seems fine. I don't know. Anyway, it's me, Grayson. It's been a whole 2 days since we last streamed. Just realized. Hatoon says, "Yo, hi, Hatoon. How are you?" Yeah, we are here. We're definitely prepared and on time, and everything is ready. Things are gonna go so good. Lunar says, "Evening, Gray." Hey, Lunar. How goes it? Actually, how is everybody so far? How's the year been? We're we're like almost 2 weeks in. We're still alive. That's pretty good. Let me see. Sorry, I'm not stalling. I'm not waiting for an update on Silent Hill F that I was not expecting. I I definitely would have made sure to load up the game ahead of time and check for updates. It'd be irresponsible as a streamer to have large update slowing things down on the back end. Toon's still jobless. White Demon says it could be better, it could be worse. How about you? Well, everyone's having a banging start to the year. I'm doing okay. For those who are around a few weeks ago, I started off. I guess I finished the year and started the year with being super sick, but I'm over that now and I'm stronger than ever. I'm told, because I think if it doesn't kill you, then you level up. I think is the I have hope for the future, which is scary. No, I think 2026, by and large, we're gonna have good things happening. Like I know there's a lot of doom. Like here's the thing: there's always doom and gloom. Like I don't know. There's so many things that everybody's talking about, like how it's so terrible right now. But I think I don't know. I think we have more things to be hopeful for than to be worried about. I mean, I hope. I mean, I'm an optimist. But let me get over to the game, by the way. It's updated and ready to go. Perfect. Let me get the spooky light here. Also, White Demon Queen, it's been a second. How you been? Which is, I'm from the Twin Cities, so yeah, interesting to say the least to step outside. Yeah, that's fair, Lunar. Hope you're doing all right. And Hatun, I am sorry to hear that you're still jobless. I know you've been, I guess, you been like pretty actively working on finding a new job, or like, 'cause I know you mentioned you were kind of like treating yourself to like a mini vacation for at least a moment there. I'm not sure, though. I imagine having employment is also nice, but um, what was I doing? I have a lightsaber and I'm a haunted house. I think the audio's there, right? Yeah, it looks like the audio should be there. Let me know if the audio starts getting all crackly. Every time they update the game, I get hopeful that maybe they fixed all of the problems. But so far, it seems like there's still a memory leak and there's still audio that breaks eventually. Hatoon says, I have been. Okay. I mean, I hope the search continues onward. I've been busy as all hell finishing up project for the end of semester. I'm convinced teachers are constantly trying and thankfully failing to kill us via overwork. I I mean, I don't know what level of schooling you're in at this point, Demon Queen. But I feel that. So I definitely remember. I mean, granted, my 3 semesters of college, I was not a successful college student in that regard. But I do remember, like my math teacher especially was like, "It's like I'm only assigning you guys like 1 hour of homework, per night. It's not that much." But then it's like there's also like the dadgum like writing essays in other classes. There was all the other like it got to be a lot. Uni, yeah. It's good. I will say if you what am I oh my gosh, I've totally forgotten what I need to do. Okay, I did have I had my encounter with my sister. I had that flashback in here. Um I'm just sorry. I'm just trying to remember where I was at. Let me see my collectibles here. Maybe that'll remind me. Oh, I have the picture. Okay, and I have scale plate. Okay, so I think I'm in the second version of the house. I need to just move on to the third. I'm pretty sure that's where I was at. I was about to head over to the third. I think I made a good save point. But good luck to you, White Demon Queen. I hope you know what you're wanting out of college, and I hope you get it. Because, it's fine. I think that's really the key, is if you know what you want, then you will have the motivation and the will and the strength to pull through. Oh, my foe! You wanna come out? I gotta say, the AI programming in this game is, not what you would hope for. Oh, well, she's giving me like a million windows. Yeah, the AI is a little bit funny, especially, like, I haven't noticed it too much elsewhere, but this is one of the few areas of the game where, like, we're consistently fighting enemies in very narrow spaces. It's maybe just a bit more obvious here. But the AI is not well programmed around doorways, because they're kind of like, it's very simple where, like, they see you and they attack in a straight line towards you, which means that you can easily bait them with walls. Which, granted, I guess they're supposed to be, like, fairly mindless monsters, but, like, it still is, like, a weird... I don't know, I just... For everything else in this game, it's, like, this, like, so well done. Like, it is, like, a really interesting detail of, like, man, that's not... It doesn't seem like that was quality tested. But granted, I've also been playing this game so many times in a row, to the point where I have had time to really nitpick every little detail. Ow! That guy's definitely heard me. Let me just cut him off at the pass. I remember so many things. Ay-yi-ho. Well, thanks for hitting the bookshelf. I guess... I don't know why I'm making fun of the monsters having terrible programming, because Hinako also just goes for the straight line, regardless of... Oh, you're still alive. There you go. Die, please. Thank you. A dried carcass. No, it's not. Why didn't yet? You were like, yeah, teach, but we also have like 8 other teachers who send us 1 hour of homework per day, and if my math is right, and we weren't spontaneously transported to Jupiter only 24 hours a day, and we leave at 5. God, it's so true. Like every single professor, like, and granted, it's really their job to only worry about their class, but they really only worry about their class. Like, I remember, like, bringing this up with, like, you know, like, somebody in class, like, brought it up where they're like, it's like, yeah, but I've got all these other, like, final exam, like, things I got to get ready for. And the teacher's response is like, well, you should have planned your schedule better. Like, you shouldn't have taken my class if you knew you were also going to be taking this class. Because you should have known that my class would be a heavy workload. And I was like, how are we supposed to know that? Like, my gosh dang it. I'm supposed to go and rate my professor and see all the 1 stars you got from everybody else complaining about the same thing that you do every semester? Like, I don't know what you want. Okay. Nurse says doorways can be very difficult to make good AI around. Oh, I mean, I'm sure it's difficult. Like, I'm not saying it's like, I mean, I guess I was kind of saying it's not great, but... And I get it, that, like... It's that fine line of, like... And I do wonder about that, actually, because, like, as somebody who is now trying to design a video game, I'm really starting to appreciate so many things about what it takes to make a game. Like, for example, like this game is actually a good example of this because I bet that the vast majority of the assets in this game was made internally. And so, like, somebody made that fan, like that little fan right there. Somebody worked on that probably for a while. Like, I don't know, like, how... I mean, a good 3D modeler can probably... I don't know, maybe they were, like, 3D scanning things. Like, I don't know, but... It's, like... Just, like, this layout of this room, like, all the objects in here, like, could have been days, just that. Maybe longer. It's crazy. Hey,
diary?
a wax heart for me.
Something inside.
Thank you. Lunar says you either allow them to see their objects, which makes it feel like cheating, or you don't, and they feel dumb. White even says some of my teachers have mercy, others are jerks. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that's kind of the things. Like, I'm realizing, like, with like designing like monsters, is that it's actually extremely easy to make like a very smart AI, but like that's kind of a like it's like it's very easy to make AI that's like stupidly smart and like overpowered, and it's also like very easy to like make the AI like extremely dumb. It's like that fine line of like the AI feels realistic but not like all-knowing is a...
Our house doesn't have a room like this.
It's tough. Is this the infinity room? It is the infinity room. I don't like the infinity room. I don't need to go down here. There's nothing down here from where except for this monster. I'm gonna stab it. How dare it be in my wedding room? That's implied anyway, this is a wedding room. Yeah, there's like nothing down here. It's a waste of time. I can see my doll over there. It's a cool little Easter egg, I guess. Dried carcass, I guess. But again, like, I just don't need items. Like, I guess if I come across a bandage, I'll pick up the bandage. But, like, I really don't need it. I don't need anything. This is modeling, then you need texture, and then you need to do the layer to add grime. A lot of work and multiple people. Did the flowery bed chips give it away? I mean, it's kind of like the very intentional, like, 2 pillows and, like, the 2 cups. And, I don't know. Like, it's kind of, like, it's also just, like, the way the room just, like, goes on and on forever. Like, if you kind of, like, peek through, like, it's just, like, the same room over and over and over again. To kind of imply how, like, you know, marriage is forever, I suppose. Like, actually, I mean, I don't know what the Japan's policy on divorce was, you know, back in the 60s. I mean, I don't know what the policy is now, to be quite frank. But I'm sure it was difficult. Like, I'm sure, like, it was possible. What is this bird pattern? This wasn't the door with the bird pattern before. I forget, like, the house is, like, the one part of the game that, like, does change depending on the ending you're going for. Like, it changes a little. Hey there, friend. You look like you need a stab. Wait, hold on. You tried. White Demon says, also what playthrough are you on? We are on the final playthrough, White Demon Queen. This is ending 5 we're going for. The true ending. I guess technically ending 4. Because ending 5, I guess, is technically the UFO ending, which is canon. I dare anybody to give me a compelling argument for why the UFO ending is not canon. Oh, crap. Oh, well, I deserve that. Oh, my gosh. Stop! You don't need to all be here. Oh my god. Don't spit again! Oh, you're screaming. That's fine. These enemies are so annoying. I better have hit you. I will say the lightsaber is awesome, but it's kind of unclear when you're hitting enemies. Because the enemies, like, don't react to it the same way. Or marriage is something that happens over and over again. It could be. I mean, I guess you could really look at it that way, like with, at least like, especially like modern day America, where like divorce rates are sky high. Like people just like marry and divorce constantly. So that's certainly a thing. Chocolate? Divorce is usually initiated by men in Japan, from what my friends have told me. I mean, that doesn't sound... I mean, that does sound about right. Unfortunately. Toolkit, don't need it. Need this hose.
It's out of propane, but the tube itself still looks usable.
Is there one more enemy? There is one more enemy. Get stabbed. Let's go visit our friend. Oh, you sure are terrible. You don't... Oh, he does have his eye still. Okay. I should leave right away. People say this game isn't Silent Hill enough, and then there's that stupid thing in here. I never... This is usually the locked door, so... Why is this not the locked door now? Or is this not usually the locked door? I don't even remember now. I just hear, like, sounds in the dark sometimes. And even though, like... At this point, I'm mostly past the point of anything in this game really scaring me. Because I'm just so used to it. But it also changes just enough from playthrough to playthrough that, like, even though, like, I feel, like, pretty confident about what's going on, I'm never, like, 100%, you know? It's always that little bit of, like, eee. My team says that other people will keep getting married, or if you want to be more meta about it, it could mean that all our roads will lead to us getting married. Oh, isn't that your dad? Oh, the giant wooden doll. It could be representative of him. I'm not really... I mean, that... You're probably not wrong, Katoon. Like, that seems as likely as anything. Which is mostly. I mean, Lunar, you've seen this game. You've seen the shenanigans they pull. Oh, fuck! Again, shenanigans. Like, at this point, like, I'm so overpowered. Like, it's not even fun. It's like, it's not even fair. But shenanigans. Shenanigans are constantly afoot. Also, it's smoky as heck in here. I think there's going to be a... Okay, I think when I do this... I think something... Oh, okay. Thank you for the fletching key. I think a... Yep, a guy shows up. Okay, not crazy. Well, looks like we both missed. Oh, hello. No, you don't. You die. You die forever and you stay dead. Okay, and then you go this way to solve the portrait mystery. And I think when I solve the portrait mystery, I think I summon a monster. This is point taken. Toon says, I don't get scared. 2 minutes later. Quiet, Toon. I don't need... Also, I forgot the... I don't know what this means. This is the only time it happens where, like, the ceiling becomes made out of water and fear. Like, again, it's like... I feel like most everything in this game is, like, very intentionally symbolic. But also I feel like some stuff might just be around just to spook you. Because, like, it's actually not... Actually, hold on. It's not actually a reflection... I always thought it was like a reflection of the room down here, but it's not actually. I think it's like the Nightmare Shrine. I don't know what part of it. Oh, that's super weird. I don't like that. Okay, what's the puzzle was also different for this one. Let me see here. Okay, so everybody's dead except for me, which is the best ending. Was that the... I guess this is the one that needs to be upside. Okay. I feel like I could have just moved that myself. I don't know why I needed to solve a puzzle, but... Yep. It's probably fine. I'm sure he was screaming about somebody else. Pretty sure it summons a monster. I don't know to what capacity or to wherefore of how. Hey, divine water. Cool. Maybe it did. Now I'm like doubting myself because like nothing happened. I was pretty sure it summoned something. Okay, I just need one more. And I have to go all the way back to the third area to get it. Okay, so I am scared to ask, but here we go. How are you liking the game, and what do you think? What if the water in the room simulates Hinako's identity crisis? Which Hinako is the real Hinako? That, you know what, Hatun? A broken clock might be right twice in one day. You might be onto something again. I'm kidding. You actually... Hi-yo-ho. Also, its face fell off again. Like, the face falls off sometimes. Look at that. The face came off. I don't know what makes it do that sometimes. Freaks me out. No! You can't. You wouldn't. I'll stab you. I will. You don't think I won't? I got sci-fi on my side. I'm like that kid from that meme. Oh my gosh, except he had... Oh my... Oh, you don't! Oh, well, I ran out of stamina at a very bad time. I will answer your question in just a moment, White Demon Queen. Also, Hatun, you said something in all caps, and I don't like that. That usually means you're mad. Oh my gosh, that's... Just hearing that guy come pounding down the hallway in the darkness was the worst. Oh my gosh, that was the worst. How dare you? I'm actually trying to be nice. You also answer. No, I think... Yeah, I think that's a... Hold on. No, I think Hatun's on something with the identity crisis. I think that's actually pretty reasonable guess of that circumstance. And then White Demon Queen, I am liking this game a lot. I think thematically, in terms of like what the game is about and like a lot of the symbolism, this might be my favorite Resident Evil, or not Silent Hill. I don't even know what game I'm playing anymore. This might be my favorite for Silent Hill from a purely like thematic standpoint. I think I don't know, I'm torn because like I really have enjoyed all of the Silent Hills, like the ones I've played, like for various reasons. I think like so it's hard for me to say like this is like my favorite Silent Hill overall. I think thematically it really resonates with me because I think Hinako as a character and as like kind of like her story of what's going on like really resonates with me in terms of like I really get what it's like to oh my gosh to be a girl in Japan in the 1960s. Like that is so me. But no, just like the struggle of like growing up and trying to like figure out what you want versus like what your family wants versus just like trying like that whole thing. Oh, Who the hell are you? Oh, it's my mom. It's not following me, is it? I don't need to have a heart-to-heart with mom and fight a monster demon. But again, no, just like all of that, that inner conflict and the growing up and like the going from childhood to adulthood is something that like I really fought with a lot too. So like it's something that I really can get behind in terms of like the story and the scaries of it. It's like in that way, like I really resonate with this game more than I've resonated with any other Silent Hill. Like Silent Hill 2 is also like really good with its symbolism. I'd say symbolically, Silent Hill 2 is very strong as well. But it's a lot of struggles and traumas that I've not personally had in my life, so it's not something that I can empathize with in the same way. Even though it is also a very good story. Silent Hill 4, as far as just like a pure horror game, like aesthetics, I loved Silent Hill 4 because it's so claustrophobic and it's all like ghosts and supernatural stuff, which is just like really up my alley in terms of just like a pure horror vibe. So I really like Silent Hill 4, even though I acknowledge it's basically like shoehorned into the series more than it is like properly canon. White Demon Queen says, "Oh, thank goodness you have media literacy. I have heard so many absolutely terrible takes on the themes and meaning of this game. I'm terrified to even ask at this point." No, and I think because I think it is like it's a very complex topic, like within this game, and I think it's very easy to just go like very surface level, like oh, this game is like about pro woman and men bad and feminism or whatever, and it's like it's not. It is that, like that's like the most surface level version of that, I suppose. But like there's a lot going on, which makes it really cool. Like there's so many layers to this, to the point where like every ending of the game like has like a different. I think her mom's mad at us.
I would like to correct some of your assumptions.
Assumptions?
I know that you think that I am too weak, that I smooth things over and never stand up to your father.
No,
Your father can be ill-tempered sometimes, I know. But really, he's just shy and acting strong in front of his daughters.
Then what about the times he yelled and threw things across the room?
You don't know this, but your father had a long-time dream. He wanted to open a small shop with a friend.
Sure.
He did?
Yes.
I'm glad that we're finally getting more context on her parents, because they've been somewhat two-dimensional. Not like two-dimensional, but...
Your father had a friend who was very dear to him from his time on the boat. He always said how they were as close as brothers. But one day, something must have happened. He took all of your father's money, and he disappeared.
What?
I'm sure he had his own reasons for what he did.
Yikes.
He really did seem like a nice person. Your father, he was very hurt by that betrayal, and he couldn't keep his anger inside.
I feel like we did hear about
But
this from
even
somewhere
so,
else.
He would always apologize after he calmed down. And yet, he was reluctant to come off as a weak father. You should know, what pride means to a man.
But still, that's no excuse for the pain he caused.
It's true.
Hinako, I know you think that a married woman is supposed to subject herself to her husband's abuse. But you know, married women aren't as weak or helpless as you think we are. Your father might put on a tough face in front of you too, but when you're not around, he's a whole different man. Your mother and father, got into a big fight once.
Really? I never knew that.
That time, I completely ignored him until he came to apologize. I acted normally when you two were around, of course. Not only that, I made his meals out of all the food that he hates. And for the tea that I gave him, I wrung dirty rags into it.
Jeez.
You did? I don't believe it.
Your father, he caved in just 3 days. After you and Junko went to bed, he bowed low right over there, head to the floor.
Dad did that? Really?
Sure he did. Whenever your father and I got into a serious argument, he knew that against me, he never had a chance. But Hinako, that was just how life went with the two of us. I am sorry for making you worry.
Man. So I'm just like really quiet 'cause I'm
I'm
just...
so sorry. From the bottom of my heart, I truly am.
Man. I'm really glad they gave us a little bit more about their parents. Because this game so far has done a really good job of, like... Nobody's been, like, an absolute villain. Like, except, you could argue, like, her father has been, with the way that we've seen him so far. And not that this, like, makes it okay, like, what her father's done. But, like, just understanding... Because I think because everybody has, like, I don't know, everybody has their own demons, right? Holy hell, that really hits close to home. There's something familiar about this. As I got older, my parents started telling about stuff that happened when I was younger between them. Oh, I mean, I think, not that, like, I'm going to take this, because I need that for something. A bandage, thank you. I was going to say, like, I think every, like, relationship, especially, like, something like a marriage, or just, like, when you're, like, you're with somebody for such a long time, it's not gonna all be like good and great, whatever. Like, there's definitely gonna be like bad things that come. I'm gonna read that letter for sure. There's definitely gonna be like negatives and bad times and problems and struggles. Not to say that like Hinako's parents are like representative of like a normal marriage either. Like, it's definitely got issues. But now we have a little bit more context on why it's still like what it is. And I don't know, I like this. you can tell that this is the path that's like going to be like the truest because we had like a really honest heart to heart with Junko, and now we had a chance to do like a heart to heart with our mom. I don't know that we're going to get to have a heart to heart with our dad because like his character's not really built that way. But like in that heart to heart with our mom, like I feel like we also kind of get a little bit of what's going on with her dad, and that might be enough. We'll see. Letter from my uncle. Kanta. I shall be brief and to the point. It is very unfortunate about Kimie. I'm sorry, and I understand why you would want her to go ahead with the surgery. But surgery can do more harm than good. Remember how Mother never properly recovered after hers? I understand how you feel, I really do, but please reconsider before taking on debt for an operation that might not even make her better. Wouldn't Kimie rather you try to enjoy the time you have left together? Either way, you need to talk it out with Kimie first. Knowing you, you probably haven't said a word of this to her yet, have you? I can't cover the whole operation, but I'll send what little I have to spare. Buy Kimie something nice with it. Got it? Shotaro. Yeah, so we did see, because we played the Fox game earlier in this playthrough, right? And on that list of the 7 names, it did mention that I think Kimie was experiencing cancer. Well, I guess it's not really something you experience. She just has cancer. Like, that's, like, ultimately, like, what is going to kill her. According to the Fox, anyway. Wait, why am I going this way? I just need to head back to the... So I'm getting all turned around. That lady can be ignored forever. Oh, and I didn't even finish my thought with what Hatun was saying about like how as you get older, like you learn more about how things really are between your parents. Like I will say, like it's been something that's been like extremely eye-opening for me. Is because like when I was a little kid, like it was never a secret that like my parents had a lot of issues. Like, I mean, my parents, you know, got divorced when I was a kid, and then like even like with my mom and my stepdad, like it was never a secret there were problems and troubles in paradise, whatever is the saying. But something that was really eye-opening as I like after like high school and became like an adult and stuff is hearing about like all the other problems that like my aunts and uncles also were having. Like I always had this fear that like it was only my family that struggled and that had problems. Like everybody else was like this always seemed like perfect and happy at like the family things. But like as I've gotten older and like I'm part of like the, you know, the grown-up table now at get-togethers, like I'm realizing that like everyone has problems. And so not that that's like cool per se, but it's like it is just how it is. Like, and I think it's, you know, yeah. White and Black fought, battling upon a set of scales, yet neither wanted for the scales, for what they desired was simply a quiet, gray place where they could belong together. Whether we flee or spread our wings and fly is our decision alone, one to make only once we are ready. They had no use for those two who towered from the heavens, imposing their will on others. Oops. There it is. Okay.
What was that about?
I decided to try every combination possible. White Demon Queen. I personally don't need to know more about the relationship. I have seen her enough for what it is worth. I know exactly what I want from life and relationships. No, and I think that is something that our parents teach us for better or worse, is like what we will look for, like in a potential like relationship or partner or spouse or so on. Hey, pine tree, sweet. Uh-oh.
You know,
Oh!
can we talk?
Dad?
What do you want?
I wanted to apologize to you.
For what?
I've been a horrible father.
True. Oh, hey,
For
you're
the
there.
longest time, I yelled at you, scared you. I'm sorry.
You're apologizing for that now? You think that's just gonna erase what you did? You made us all suffer for so long!
Oh, man.
You seriously think that gets you off the hook?
No, I know it's not enough. I know. You can't forgive me. I understand, I truly do. But please, at least let me apologize. It's okay if you don't forgive me.
Huh? You're just apologizing because you want to feel better about yourself! I won't have it! Get out of here! Even now, I'm terrified that you might blow up and throw a knife at me again.
Yeah, that's...
I'm sorry. I believed that a proper father should be feared by his children. I was wrong.
Oh, there's no taking it back now, is there? Get out. Get out of my life! Listen to him. He's actually apologizing. Whether or not
Whoa.
we forgive him is up to us. Even so, I think it's important for us to hear him out. At least he is sorry. Why should it matter to me if he's sorry? Because he's family. You heard Mom, right? Dad was betrayed by a friend. He was suffering. Oh, he was suffering, so I'm just supposed to forgive him? I won't! I refuse! Yeah, you're absolutely right. You
This
don't
is a
have to
twist.
forgive him.
We're actually interacting
You
with the
don't
memory.
have to listen to any of his excuses or apologies either. But still, like it or not, he's family. And so, even if you can't let it go, just let him speak. He's still our father, and we're still his daughter. Maybe Mom could forgive him for what he's done, but I can't! I won't! You know that you and I are bound to Dad by ties of blood. That Mom and Dad don't share that bond. Mom's only bound by marriage, yet she still listened to him. She even had the courage to forgive him. We should listen
Man.
to him. His own flesh and blood should be willing to hear him out.
That's a fascinating perspective.
I know you're scared of him. I'm scared too. I know you can't forget what he did, and maybe he doesn't deserve a clean slate. But please, I'm begging you to listen to him. Not just for his sake, but for your sake too. Please, just listen.
If what I did taught you to fear men, to never trust them, then I was a poor teacher. I might be hopeless, but not all fathers are. Kotoyuki isn't like me. He is an upstanding young man. He can give you a good life, a happy life. I'm sure of it. Your old friend Shu is a respectable man too. I always thought that two of you could build a happy home together. But no, how I feel about any of it is beside the point. It's your choice to get married or not.
Oh.
I'll support your choice. I don't expect you to forgive me. But I want you to be free of this curse of mine. I just want you to be happy. I'm so sorry.
It's interesting how they don't they made the very intentional decision to not animate him for this, and I'm curious what that might mean.
I'm still scared. And I still don't forgive you. But at least I finally understand you.
That is big. I think that is part of growing up for realsies, is coming to like actually know your parents. Like not just like as your parents, but as like the people they are. Whoa. Got a lot of letters here. Oh, hey, we got more context. Okay. Oh, look at that. The photos of our parents are actually complete now. Like, in the other playthroughs, they're always, like, either shadowed or, like, distorted into monstrous figures, depending on the ending we're going towards. This is actually, like, a full picture of her mom now. Why did my mother even marry him in the first place? How could anyone possibly call themselves happy having to spend their entire life with someone like him? Mom once told me a husband and wife support each other for the whole of their lives in sickness and in health. You see, it took me a long time to recover after giving birth to you. I caused your father a lot of trouble with my mood swings. But no matter how much I complained, he stood by me through it all without so much as a frown. I know he may not have turned out to be much of a father to you girls, but all in all, he's been a good enough husband to me. I mean, yeah. That's a full picture of our dad. It's a good symbolism too, because like we finally like completely understand him, right? Like that's kind of like what the photo sort of means there. After Dad saved up enough money from fishing, he decided to start up a restaurant with his longtime friend, someone who was like a little brother to him. That friend, however, stabbed him in the back and ran off with all his money, leaving him with nothing but debt. Apparently, that's when things really started heading south for my dad. I mean, I do sympathize with him, but his past is his problem, not mine, and it definitely doesn't excuse him for making every day a living hell for me. When it's just him and my mom, he apologizes for the life of poverty he's forced us into due to his debts. According to Mom, there is nothing more shameful in this world to a father than letting his daughter see his weak side. If he acts the way he does to me just to hide something as dumb as that, then I think I might just go crazy right now. This house is theirs. It has nothing to do with me. I was just born here. I may be Hinako, the little bird, but I have wings of my own, and if he doesn't care about how I want to live my life, then I'll just spread my wings and fly away. Wherever I choose to go will be entirely up to me. And we still don't have a full picture of Junko, which is interesting. She's still distorted in our mind, even after the heart-to-heart we had with her. So I wonder if we're going to have, like... No, we do have, I think, at least one more conversation with her before the game ends. Let's see here. Hi, Goodsworth. How are you? I hope you like family trauma and emotional baggage. Junko says that she is happy, but I just don't get it. Neither she nor my mom will ever look happy. Then again, when I tell her about my ideas of happiness, she just says that those don't sound very happy to her at all. What matters most to my sister are results. What matters most to me is choice. Even if it's what makes my sister happy, if I can't make my own choices, then I'll be unhappy forever. But if what makes me happy doesn't give my sister the results she wants, then she will be unhappy. Though our concepts of happiness may differ, I think as sisters we can respect each other's version of it and take comfort when we know the other has found it. And that seemed to be like the result of like our most recent conversation with her was that she kind of like she didn't understand our perspective, but she wasn't like against it either. She just like she's like, I hope that your path takes you to happiness, which I think is like a really good supportive sibling. Oh my fuck! No, you don't get to do that. You get stabbed 4 million times. Nah. Ow, well, okay. You can get stabbed now. Oh, well, I guess I'll stab that wall. That was a warning shot. Okay, I probably need a heal. I wonder if I still have to, like, fight my parents. Because, like, this is, like, the parent boss fight next. But, like, I feel like... I don't know. I wonder how this is going to play out. I like that her picture's half black and white. No, it's... Yeah, it's really good. Like, symbolism all the way down is good in this game. Because it says, tired, watched a camping VOD of an Alaskan was pretty cool. Like, an Alaskan just camping generally, or Alaskan in Alaska, or some person in Alaska. I mean, it sounds like it'd be cold. It's a warning. Stabs us. Wait, demon. Yeah, that's what it was. Alright, let's see how alive my good friends are still. Should I have saved before coming in here? Oh, no, I think I can save at the end of this. So it's fine. I think... First aid kit. Thank you.
It's made its way in here.
Yeah, I don't know why you're constantly surprised about that. That's like the whole thing is that it permeates and penetrates further. That is what it does. There's a baseball bat. I'm just checking for any other... Gosh, I don't need it. It's all scribbled over. So that's like our future wedding date, essentially. It's like this is supposed to be like the day of like the celebratory wedding feast. Actually, I want to keep that divine water. I'll sell the ramune, though. That's for suckers. Let's save one more time. But Goodsworth, how you doing? Oh. Was a guy who apparently got really popular for his camping vids, but the one I saw, he dug a 10-foot pit, camped in a snow cave he made and cooked. Is that Camping with Steve? By chance, Goodsworth? Or is like a different... Because I know about... I mean, I know there's like probably like a million camping channels, but I know Camping with Steve has gotten pretty popular recently. But I don't know if he goes up to Alaska.
Why did it have to come to this?
Oh no, my friends, they died when I killed them. I can't believe it. Consequences and actions and whatnot.
It's Edith Sochi's back! About time! We've been waiting for you!
Okay, so it looks like we still have the same exact fight with our parents regardless of our heart-to-heart. Fair enough. I don't like that meat pile's looking at me. I don't trust a pile of meat that has eyes.
Hinako! You are late! Finally! We're about to get started here! What did you say?
But grilled fish is so... I mean, I do like a good fish, don't get me wrong. I prefer my fish minus the head.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I've had it with the head. Was not my favorite. I've also done shrimp with the head on it. Also not super cool. That's got to be the same knife that he used to throw at her. That's a big knife, too. Channel's called the Outdoor Boys. He recently retired though because he got too popular and started feeling it was interfering with his life and family. That's understandable. Like, I think that's like the double-edged sword of becoming YouTube famous is you start being like recognized, and even if people are like really nice, like it's still kind of weird and could be interfering. Yeah, being like that since I was small, White Demon Queen. I believe it's a knife to cut fish. It probably is. I think you're right. Like, I think the implication is the restaurant was gonna be like a seafood restaurant.
What the hell are you? My parents! Don't touch them! Leave them alone!
Oh. That. At the end of that, that was different dialogue. Like, I might be gaslighting myself. I think that was different dialogue. Let me alter my statement. Like, in this version, like, she sees this as, like, the influence is, like, corrupting her parents. I don't think that's how she saw it previously. I think she saw that they were always terrible. But now she understands them a little bit better for, like, the people they really are. And not just as... So I think I, like...
We don't have a choice. It's a woman's role in society.
I always like... Ow! I like killing my mom first. Ow! Stop! You can't. Yeah, see? She's aware. Like, her dialogue is different in this fight. Ow! Stop stabbing me! Ooh.
Come here, right this instant.
Okay, I seem to have interrupted her, whatever she was doing. You guys... No, don't throw knives. That's cheating. Uh-oh.
Enough of this! Stop this right now!
She swings that a lot slower.
Come here, right this instant.
Oh. I've never been caught by this.
Apologize to your father.
Wow, that seemed... Oh, whoa! That's totally unfair. What the heck was that about, you backstabber? No. Ow! I just dodged! Why are they're so coordinated today. It's incredible. Their marriage is stronger than ever.
Knuckle, is this really what you want?
Why do you think I'll tell you a fun fact about this at the end? I will listen to this fun fact by Demon Queen. Also, I will read the rest of the... I see people are sending a lot of messages, but I'm busy killing my dad. Ow! But were you backhanded? I can't believe it. I caught those hands. Ow! Gall. Catching those hands. Ow! Gee, stop! I didn't struggle this much with these guys during the hard mode version. When I... Oh my god. Like, this was actually the easiest fight in Lost in the Fog. Ow! Well, that's fine. I'm gonna use one of those. No, I'm running away from home. I'm joining every circus. I think he's almost dead. I think he takes like 1 or 2 more hits to kill compared to the mom. Oh. Ow! So many hits! Stop! You must! I think you're dead? Nope. Why would he be dead? No, please, no, not like this! Aha! Get stabbed! Oh, you're not dead yet? God, you're oh my, stop, you must. No. What? Why were you holding that? Just die. Oh my gosh. He's got so much health. Why is this the toughest man? Just die already. Is he immune to lightsabers? Oh, stop with the swinging of the sword. Calm down. He wasn't this aggressive and Lost in the Fog. Alright, go get killed by me. Which means she has an idea of who is manipulating the events. That is a good point, Attune. Like, she's becoming aware that she's like running through timelines or something. He does help his son make videos on his channel as well as some other folks who are having a hard time. The guy seems pretty cool, but the big thing, his main makes his own shelter and the food is good. That is cool. That's I kind of like those camping channels. That's why, like, I asked if it was camping with Steve, because I watched a couple of his videos and I'm like, this guy's cool. Camping's kind of fun. I think I'll link it to Discord because it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm interested. I kind of like seeing those kinds of things, like people just like making like overly elaborate setups. Patricide requires one's full attention. It's true. You can ask anybody. And one thing that has stayed consistent is Gray asking, nay, begging the bosses to stop. Look, I'm the guy in the movie who's like, just give me a second. I can come up with a solution if you just give me a second and stop panicking. Why demons consist of the fun fact is the only thing you need to end this fight is to defeat the dad. You don't need to beat the mom. Gosh, but is that actually true? Because that means that I have fought that fight the hardest way every time. Because I always have killed the mom first. Never once did I fight the dad first. And you're telling me it could have been doing half the work. Is actually true. Dag nabbit. I mean, granted, the mom is like a little bit more spry. And I think she's a bit more likely to like attack you when you're busy fighting the dad. 3 months later, says Attune. Look, Attune. I've told you, like, I've made it if you defeat him first, she just leaves with him. Interesting. I mean, I have made it a point to, like, look up walkthroughs, like, as little as possible for this game. I think I looked up the solution to one puzzle, and I have, like, a checklist on the side for, like, looking up the Emma locations as we go. Although at this point I've kind of given up. I think there's Emmas I've missed, and I don't care enough anymore. My wolf hand is so tired. Sorry, fox hand. I don't want to get slapped by my fox husband. Do you think it's like racist to say foxes and wolves look alike? Do you think that gets you in trouble?
Have they given up on me? I feel like it's only a matter of time.
I will not allow that to happen.
I think it's...
You've got some of your color back. It's beginning to take effect.
I'm trying to, like, I'm still really torn about, like, how I feel about Kodayuki. Because, like, it seems like on one hand, like, he really might just be, like, a good guy. Like, for the time period, a relatively good guy who does want to make Hinako happy. But we've also found documents talking about how either the Shimizu family or his family line, it was like a little vague, but there's like some family line that like specifically is like cursed or something. And we also found like documents talking about like how like it was his responsibility to like find the next offering.
Very well. Be careful.
But like I don't know if that's like the delusional fox brain Hinako, or if that's like real life, like cult activity.
Follow me.
Okay.
Like, it's kind of one of the things with this, at least so far, like, this game's like, there are some things that are, like, very clearly delineated as, like, it's not real, or it's, like, symbolically happening. But other stuff, it's, like, it's still kind of vague. Because, like, I think one of the things that's, like, the most vague and, like, uncertain at this point is, like, whether Kodayuki is actually possessed by a fox demon. Because signs point to yes, but it's also, like, I don't know how real fox demons are in this universe. Like, how much of this is really happening and how much is, like, in Hinako's head. Right? Because it seems like some of it is real because Shu and Rinko are reacting to things. Unless those are, like, completely just, like, imagined versions of Shu and Rinko. Which is possible. I suppose. I'm just gonna save real quick. This is, what if Kodayuki is possessed? I've asked that before. No, I think that's, like, the one question, Hatun, that I think is really interesting. Because, like, I feel like it seems unlikely that everything is in Hinako's head. Because there's never been a Silent Hill game where all of the events are purely, like, in the main character's head. I mean, you could kind of argue... Oh, it's this sequence of the game. Great. You could argue that maybe the events of Silent Hill 2 are, like, entirely in James's head. Except that the other two characters, Eddie and Jennifer. What was her name? I feel bad. Like, the other girl, like, they're also seeing things. Granted, they're either... Angela, thank you, White Demon Queen. I knew there was, like, a J sound in there somewhere. Like, it could be argued that Angela and Eddie are also equally hallucinating. Or they, in themselves, might even also just be figments. Well, no. They have to be real because the girl... She gets to Silent Hill because she drives there with Eddie. Which, the fact that Eddie picks up a girl in his white van is a whole other conversation. But I guess it worked out. So, whatever on that one, I suppose. Okay, I just need to go gather stuff.
Incredible.
I do want to play the original Silent Hill 2. Like, the non-remake, just like the original, like, I think it was a PS2 game. Time for rebirth is now. Respect us, serve us, become the good and clever woman you ought to be.
Our plan.
That's certainly a strange thing to write, but whatever. I don't need the first aid kit. I think I do have to, like, fight something scary in here. Not even that scary, actually. Whoa, I forgot how this works.
Get out.
Hold on, I need to change out my omamori real quick. I forgot. What was I using? I actually use the bowl. Just having more stamina seems good. And I truly can't remember what I was using. And I don't think I need to be... I don't need to be too strategic because I'm, again, pretty overqualified for this game at this point. I'm playing it so much. Yahoo! Where did you... How did you... I'm stabbing you. Stabbing you. You just stay away. Hi there. Oh, let's see. White Demon Queen, thank you for telling me it was Angela. Fox God did say in one of the fights that they became human to better suit Hinako and that he did everything right. Right, that is true. During the Fox boss, because Lord knows I fought that guy enough to hear every single voice line he had. Ow, stop hitting me! It hurts! I don't like any of your stupid faces. Oh, he's still alive. These things are tough. I guess. Oh well. Okay, I got too close. Yeah, like so. I think there's definitely an argument to be made that the fox has possessed Kodayuki, but I guess it's like how literal is that? I guess could be the question. I just don't need anything. I don't even know why I bother looking. Thank you. Is there anything in here? No. I don't have the brooch anymore, so hopefully I don't need that to open up any doors. I can't imagine the game would soft lock me on that. But there might be like certain goodies I can't get access to now. I don't know. Okay, so I've got that. Let's... Oh. Just scroll. Realize your good fortune. This miracle is more than you deserve.
Gratitude isn't something you demand.
I was going to say, like, one thing you could say about Kodayuki's side of things is that from the context we're getting with Kodayuki is that Kodayuki seems to truly be infatuated with Hinako. Whether he's in love with the real Hinako or like his idea of Hinako is definitely a different conversation that could be had. But a lot of the context around like his family seems to be that they are not as enthused that she is going to be here, I guess. How do we... So I super have no idea how you're supposed to know which door is correct. I've guessed it right before. One, two, three, four. 1, 2. I think it's the side that has more lights. Like, I think it is this side. But, like, I don't really know. Like, I'm just guessing it's because this is the side with more lights. He took over his father's fortune. I guess to his family, it would look bad to marry a peasant from a no-name village. No, I mean, I'm sure that's, like, the really snooty reason where they're like, Kodayuki's marrying some random poor girl. So, like, I mean, I can imagine that would... Oops. No, that was right. I don't know why it's right, which really bothers me. Kudzu tea, I don't need it. Arare. Okay, so I'm supposed to pick the one that no fox is looking at now. That fox is looking at that door, so that's no good. That fox is looking at that door. No fox looking at this door, so... Again, not sure why that's the thing, but it is. Oh, I'm glad I chose right. What a prize for Grayson. Oh, you're gonna get me. Oh, you're so scary. Ooh, you're actually making a lot of noise. Hold on. Can you come this way? Oh, he's so scary and so stompy. Oh, it's stomping.
This power.
Die. Die, you monster. You don't belong in this. Oh, you already died. Really? Oh, these things have no health. And that's what you get. Messed with the wrong girl. I think, yeah, there's one more. Ooh, get stabbed. I guess you're just actually getting clawed. Ooh, a bandage. I like the room of lanterns. That's pretty handy. Okay. Let's grab our reward box. I think we should be pretty well on point to finish the game today. Like, so long as the final boss doesn't end up being, like, insanely difficult. Which it shouldn't, because we're not doing this on the hardest difficulty this time around. Isn't there another? Yeah, here's the letter. With her blood shall our clan prosper, may our ancestors rejoice.
Am I just soil in which you can sow your oats? Don't be ridiculous.
Yeah. To be fair, we don't know that that's how Kodayuki feels. Like, that's clearly, like, all her family cares about is that Kodayuki gets married and carries on the family. Like, that's their big thing. And it's something that I often ponder on is, like, how much does somebody's family matter in terms of, like, having a relationship with that person, right? Because, like, the very core of it is that, you know, you should care about that person and love that person and want to be with that person, right? In theory, that's all that matters. But I think after a certain point, it does kind of matter about that person's family. Just for the fact that you're most likely going to be seeing that person's family to some degree. So whether they make it easy or hard for you, like, whether... Oh my gosh, I forgot how bloody this room is. So, like, whether or not that should matter, it kind of ends up mattering, I feel like. Because if it's in a situation where, like, either the family... one of the families, like, just doesn't approve of the other, or one of the families is just in some way just, like, not... I don't know, like, something I think about a lot, I guess. And maybe that's just 'cause, like, in my mind, I have to be like, it's like, I look at my family like, man, who do I... Come close, women must submit to men. Kodayuki is still but a fledgling. Come, and we shall treat you as we see fit. Look into my eyes. It's interesting that, like, she's not nearly as hypnotized as she has been in previous encounters. Also, this room would be full of goodies, but we can't open it because we don't have the emblem anymore. So this is the correct room, I guess. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, anyway, that's just something I think about, I guess, because it's like family in that sense shouldn't matter, but I think family also can matter a whole lot. For better or worse. I forgot that this is the room of haze, and I should have saved my juice for this fight, but I did not. Ow. You tried. Ow, stop! Die! Oh my gosh. Stop! You two tag teaming. Don't spit. Stop. Stop throwing your girth around. It's not fair.
Get out.
Oh my gosh. Hi there, you're alive. Not for long, though. Okay, I think everything's dead now. I just gotta grab the box. I get to talk to Junko? Maybe have a nice conversation?
Forgive me for interrupting, but I wish to speak with Hinako for just a moment. May I?
Of course.
It's still alive, isn't it?
I have a thought I want to share after this cutscene's over. It was a small detail, but a very important one. I'm holding my finger up to remember.
That is why you were given time. Don't tell me you think you can let it exist like this.
We've had this exact same conversation before. This cutscene doesn't seem to be any different.
I will not stand for this childishness. Kill it. Do it.
Shall I give you two a bit more time?
No. You've given us plenty. Thank you, truly.
Goodbye, Junko.
Did you have a good discussion?
I have two thoughts, actually.
Yes.
Then we should press on.
Fox Mask Kresk. Okay. So, the first thought I had, right at the beginning of that cutscene, because Junko... And it actually really says a lot about like all three of the characters in that one moment, is Junko approaches and she asks Kotoyuki for permission to speak with Hinako. Which, in a very traditional setting, sort of makes sense. Like, you kind of defer to the husband, you know, before whatever with the wife, right? Like, he's like in charge of the wife, I guess. But if you paid close attention, before Kotoyuki answers, he looks at Hinako, and when Hinako nods, that's when he says, like, you know, go ahead and say whatever. So in that moment, it shows that Junko is like being like the very traditional like image of like acquiescing to the man in the scenario. But Kotoyuki is actually he wants Hinako to have the choice for herself. Like, he just doesn't say, like, yes on her behalf. Like, he kind of, like, he plays that middle role of, like, he doesn't just say that it's, like, Hinako's decision, but he lets Hinako have a say in it. So it does kind of show in that moment, at least, that Kodayuki is, like, someone who potentially will respect Hinako and her choices and allow her to make her own kind of way. Maybe. And then the second thought I had, which I don't know how much the symbolism matters or not, but, like, Hinako has a half mask, right, that just covers the top half of her face. Junko has a full mask that fully covers her entire face. Like, the full mask could be representative of how, like, Junko has, like, fully surrendered to the idea of marriage and has completely lost her identity to whoever she married. And Hinako is still split on, like, the decision of, you know, acquiescing fully to Kodayuki and, like, becoming fully his. Like, she's, like, still half. She's, like, torn in half about it. Maybe. Also, maybe they just thought, like, a half mask looked cool. And maybe there's the symbolism that Kodayuki also just has a half mask. Like, he's willing to, like, meet her halfway or something. I don't know. I could be reading more into it than is there, but... Two chicks confide in one another in their shells. A fox watches over them in the light of his lantern. Nobody knows when or even if the eggs will hatch, not even the chicks themselves. Let's see what this one says. Okay. So, two chicks in their shells and a fox with a lantern. Am I reading that right? Hold on. Two chicks confide in one another in their shells. A fox watches over them in the light of his lantern. Nobody knows when or even if the eggs will hatch, not even the chicks themselves. So those are the two that were running away in the previous version of the puzzle. Maybe Hinako and Kodayuki represent the changing time Sisatune. It could be. Like, they're going to be part of that transitional generation, potentially. And I think... And that's, again, why Kodayuki is, like, such an interesting character here, because by all rights, like, he doesn't seem that bad. Like, he is... still fairly traditional, but at the same time, like, he is constantly making sure, like, he's constantly, like, checking with Hinako about how she feels about it. Like, he's doing the traditional things, but he is at least acknowledging Hinako's feelings about it and asking, like, for her input. It's like, it's maybe not, like, all the way where it should be, but it's more than Hinako has seen, perhaps. In a man. So that is, like, something. Light Demons, they are the youngest generation represented. No, for sure. And I think Shu and Kodayuki are, like, really well kind of balanced for, like, the idea of, like, what the younger men are kind of beginning to be potentially. Really sorry, I'm trying to figure out, like, which two of these would represent, like, chicks in a shell. Like, I guess, like, these two that are, like, part of the box, and then, like, this one's the fox, maybe. Oop. Let me try that, I guess, just to try something. Like, he's the one watching with the lantern, and I don't know if this is gonna matter, which is where. It did not matter. Okay. I feel like that could have... Well, whatever. It's fine. I don't know. Like, the symbolism in this game is really fascinating. I would agree that he shows care. I do not think he's understanding exactly what it is that she wants and expects from life. No, and I think that's exactly right. Like, I think Kodayuki does love and care for Hinako. But the Hinako that he loves is not the Hinako that she is, right? Because as far as we can tell, like, he moved away when they were still, like, very little. And it seems like he wrote her letters, and maybe she wrote him back. And so, like, he does know Hinako to a degree, but he doesn't really know her. And so he's trying to be good to the Hinako that he thinks she is. And I think in time he potentially would even, you know, like, he would learn the real Hinako and love that one too. Probably. But I think it also kind of shows, like, the folly of an arranged marriage. Or, like, even in this case where, like, she does, like, they do know each other somewhat, which, for as far as arranged marriages of the time, like, that's a lot more than some couples get. But it does kind of show the problem of arranged marriage, in that getting married and then, like, learning to love each other is potentially quite difficult. Not impossible. Like, I've heard some really interesting arguments in favor of arranged marriages. I just remember, like, reading this article about it. It was written from the perspective of this
It's because of you.
this
And I made it
this guy,
here.
like, interviewed, like, this old married couple who had been married for, like, 50 years, living, like, in Greece or somewhere. I think it was Greece.
Almost done.
And their marriage had been arranged when they were both very young, and they'd been together for over 50 years. And, oh, this is where we can skip the game if we want. I don't know if we want to skip. I think we might as well just do the content and see what happens. But anyway, like, so... What was I saying? Yeah, so they'd had an arranged marriage, and they'd been married for over 50 years. And they talked, like, from their perspective, they thought it was really strange how a lot of Americans had this idea of, like, falling in love. Like love is kind of like something that just kind of, like, spontaneously happens, and then when it happens, it's there forever. And it's like you fall in love and you stay in love, and it's like this big, beautiful thing. And the perspective that this married couple had was that love is something you learn, and that love is something that you gain over, like, a lifetime of being together. And that's what real love is. And so I thought that was really interesting. Like not that oh no, I skipped! Well, I guess we know what happens. I mean, Hinako, like, has her, like, rampage down into the city. Dang it. Help Shimizu Hinako, please. Oh, fetch. I hope there's nothing that really changes. I don't think anything changes. Nothing's ever changed in any of the other cuts. Like, I've ran through that same sequence, like, 4 times now, and it never changed. I really hope nothing changes during this ending. Fetch. I was not even paying attention. I just, like, started holding a button. Fetch. Fetch, fetch. Okay. Well, we skipped a little. But anyway, I got distracted talking about what I was talking about. And I thought that was a really interesting perspective on arranged marriage. Not that I super love the idea of arranged marriage, but, like, I think there's definitely a lot of merit to that, where I think the reason the divorce rates are so high, like, in America and other places, is that love is treated as this, like, really easy, simple thing. And the second love becomes difficult, rather than working for it, people assume it's not the right thing. They're like the second you have, like, one, like, big fight with the person, like, oh, well, this clearly, like, wasn't the person for me. if this was true love, we would never have fought even once. It would be like sunshine and rainbows the whole way through. And I don't know where that idea developed, but I think it's definitely something that's kind of corrupted the view of marriage and relationships and stuff, is this idea that, like, it should be easy.
The Shimenao are twisted. Just like me. I need to keep moving. I can't stop now.
Doesn't skipping affect achievements but not the ending? That's true. Like, I won't change the ending. I just don't know if I would have had, like, different things happen. Hopefully it's fine. One big thing I can think of is that he most likely doesn't even know that she's afraid of men. One of the reasons I like this game so much is because I can resonate with Hinako's feelings. I, too, am scared of men for reasons I won't subject you to, but this was something I felt was important for my BF to know about and understand that he is an exception, not the rule. No, yeah, exactly. I think that's, like... I mean, totally understandable, honestly. Like... I mean, there are problematic people out there, like, to put it very simply. Like, just... Of all types and genders and races and everything else, like, there are people that are difficult, and I mean, I certainly get that. It's not something I've talked about a lot, but I've...
Why are you trying to control me?
It's a fair question. What was I saying? Like, I've definitely had some... What's the word? I've had difficult relationships, I guess. I've, like, with people I've dated in the past, and it certainly led me to be a lot more gun shy, I guess, about potentially seeking out new relationships, or even just, like, friendships. Because I've just had a lot of, I've had things that... Oh, crap, I forgot to change my... Oh, can I still change? Yes, I can still change. Okay, hold on. I need to change my dadgum things. Fairy tales, rom-coms, and Disney have done damage to people's idea and understanding what relationships are supposed to be. It's honestly true. A lot of those fairy tales where it's like, they never even met through the whole of the story, but by the end they're somehow in love. I mean, it's like... It's not impossible. Like, I think there's, like, a certain aspect of, like, maybe not, like, love at first sight, but I think there's people that you definitely, like, I don't know, that are easier to connect with. Not that that means it's going to be love, but I think there's just people out there that are just, like, naturally aligned with you, if that makes sense. And I definitely don't, like, buy the idea of, like, a soulmate. That was weird. I think that anybody can, like, anyone can be with anyone. Like, I think love can develop between, like, I think it's very broad and all-encompassing. Like, I think people can learn to love anyone given enough time and, I guess, motivation or necessity, I guess, however you want to look at that. Where's the dadgum? Clam. No. Where's... Okay, so crab is... Okay, that's the one that will not decrease. Additional damage. There's one more I was using. Now I can't remember. That's why changing my own memories always sucks. To me, I see relationships as 40% compatibility and 60% hard work and commitment. Now, I think that's pretty fair. Like, I think there does have to be, like, that... I think there does need to be, like, that initial spark. For sure. And that spark doesn't have to be something that like happens like in the very first time you meet somebody. I think it's entirely possible that you could be like encountering that same person over and over again, or like be like in the same vicinity as that person for long periods of time with no spark, and then something can happen and then things can change. I think that can certainly occur. What the heck was I using before? It's fine. I'll just use the bowl. Losing stamina slower is probably... Ow! Why would you stab? Rude monsters. Yay! It's still such a weird thing that in story mode, because like this whole like dramatic arena appears, we only like fight like 2 little enemies. It's so weird. Toolkit. I forgot this part of the game. They just like start loading you down with items. Just every item.
I won't let things go your way. I figured it out. I know what it is that I'm after.
Cool stories.
Stay out of my way.
You're not very good at your job. Oh, you died in 1 hit? Whoa, stop! Calm down, Hinako. Kinda want the sledgehammer. What do I have right now? Got 2 kitchen knives. I'm gonna get rid of the steel pipe and I'm gonna get me a sledgehammer. Anyone who says I can't have it is not my friend. I still want to use the beam sword. I'm gonna have a sledgehammer just in case. I just know my BF is my first ever BF, and one of the reasons I've never been in a relationship is because I've never felt as connected and understood by someone as I did with him. A few months into it now, I know him. I came to the firm conclusion the relationship with him had potential. Potential I've never felt with anyone, but that was just the initial spark, as you said. Right. And I think that's, I don't know. It's something to definitely be good, and it's, what's the word? It's very important to be cautious with relationships. I know a lot of people who've gotten themselves into a lot of trouble because they jump in too soon or get serious too fast. And there's nothing wrong with taking your time, to be sure.
No turning back now.
And quite frankly, if the person in question is trying to rush you to be quick, at least in my mind, that's a red flag, but you do you. Bandage, divine water. How many slots do I have? Got a fair amount of slots. Okay. And there's also gonna be like more items even ahead. I'll grab this bandage. Yeah, that's all I really need right now. I think I have another chance to save right after this door. Pretty sure. It was annoying, sorry. No, you're good. I kind of picked up the gist of what you were putting down. I gotta respect Hinako's upper arm strength.
Shimizu Hinako.
Like, I think at some point the game mentioned that she was like in track. And I think the implication was that she ran in track. Although I wonder if she was like doing shot put or something, because man, she's got heckin' stamina in her arms. Like, she is, like, she can swing for days. She can like lift sledgehammers or axes. First aid kit, please. Waiting says the girl is fit. No, she is. Like, if you look at her exposed arm, she has muscle. Whoa, hi there, Hinako's neck. Excuse me. I'm trying to look at your arm. Whoa. Oh my. Hinako? Hinako, can I... Let's see. What? Let me look at that bicep. Ah, pretty good bicep, actually. You're wrong. You're right. Sorry. I'm so used to saying Hatoon's wrong that I instinctively said that, but no, you're right. There's a bit of a bicep there. That's pretty good. I mean, especially getting like defined muscle at all is so much harder on the feminine body. Like, I mean, girls can get jacked, don't get me wrong, but like, it is a longer road, I feel like, for a woman to get like significantly jacked compared to like the whatever genes men seem to have. Like, in terms of like getting like actual, like, I mean, girls can get like lean muscle, I think, about as easy as anyone can. But as far as like getting like actual like visible muscle, that's effort. If you've seen her parkouring, that's true. She did some crazy stuff like that first opening chase sequence. Yeah, that natural extra body fat. Yeah, you know. I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's all every chromosome combination has pros and cons, right? Kind of love that we get to have this little trip down memory lane. Be like, remember all these terrible places you already went through? Ready for even more horrific stuff? We got you, boo. And now we're here. I wonder if we're ever going to see Rinko at the end of one of these cutscenes. Because, like, we've had a couple with Shu. But we never have really gotten a satisfying conclusion for Rinko's story. Or Sakuko, for that matter. I mean, I guess we've kind of gotten a conclusion with Sakuko. Because we know that ultimately Sakuko feels terrible about how she treated Hinako. Like, for what that's worth, I suppose. Never get a direct apology.
Are you Hinako?
Juko. You and me. Everyone. Someone is toying with all of us.
What do you mean?
One of them wants to marry me off. The other one wants to stop the wedding. This whole time, they've been pitting me against myself.
Is the doll actually a villain?
It's been an awful, agonizing ordeal. But I think I get it now. Everyone is always pressuring us, rushing us, forcing us. But these are battles that we both have to fight.
We're getting...
I'm sorry, Junko. I'm sorry, Mom and Dad. I know. I've been a terrible daughter. But if you truly want nothing more than for me to be happy, then please, let me do this.
So I guess she always smashes this stuff, huh? Junko does not disappear during this cutscene. She always vanishes for one reason or another. And the doll is not here.
This is my decision to make. I'll never be just some puppet to be toyed with and tossed aside. Never!
It's weird that it still ends with a tantrum. I mean, I guess that's like been the most... Well... I was gonna say this was the most controlled tantrum she's had, but that was not... that was not very well controlled at all. Cartoons, but you have to fight the doll. I wonder... I mean, because we fought that Tsumogami already with Shu. But yeah, that wasn't really the doll, I suppose. Oh.
Why must we fight to the death just for one of us to survive this nightmare? Why do we have to bleed just to begin seeing eye to eye?
Oh my gosh, we're being puppeteered. Someone's pulling the strings. Oh no, it's both of them.
All this rage and spite festered within me, and to this day smolder yet.
You insignificant wretch. Such rubbish means nothing to me.
So it's literally...
Hinako, what is this?
So that's Tsumogami and the fox. Right after she said she wouldn't be anyone's puppet. Yeah, that's rough.
Kotoyuki.
Once in a blue moon, humankind produces an extraordinary girl who is blessed with divine power. Upon her birth, a spell is placed on our clan's successor that stirs within him a desperate desire to go and seek out that extraordinary girl and make her his wife.
What are you?
In the past, we relied on our cunning, seducing our brides with clever deceits. But this generation's heir is a fool.
Failing to charm his bride-to-be demonstrates what an inexperienced failure he is.
So he really was fully possessed.
Kotoyuki, no. He just... all he wanted was for us to get married and be happy together. He tried so hard. He was alone all that time. dare laugh at him! What he suffered, you will never understand! You monster!
Let's see. Whitebeam says, yep, the gods are fighting. He was possessed. Hatun feels so vindicated right now. Whitebeam says, not fully. This is how fox spirits act in Japanese folklore for the most part, says Goodsworth. Yeah, foxes you can't really ever trust. I would describe it as influenced rather than controlled. Yeah, it's not like a full body possession, because I think Kodayuki really does have genuine feelings for Hinako. Again, we could debate about which Hinako that is that he loves.
At first, I wasn't interested at all. But as I got to know him better, I realized I had to think just as long and hard as he did.
Also, this is... I don't know if anybody realizes the difference here. And I bet we're going to have to fight the Tsukimogami right after this. We're fighting the wolf, but as Beast Hinako. Last time we fought the wolf, it was with Angry Sword Hinako. And this is definitely like a way more black fox. Like the other fox we fought was like kind of like half normal coloring, half black. This guy has gone full midnight mode. He's also... His attack patterns are wacko. Holy crap, his attack patterns are crazy. I just have to learn his patterns, I guess, really. But... what you gonna do? Because this is also, for some reason, reminds me of 14 boss. Don't take my moment from me, Lamau. You did it. You did it, Hatun. Congrats. Stop with the swinging tail. His attack pattern is quite different, I will say. He's not giving me very many opportunities to attack, which is very frustrating. What do you... Oh, that's... Boy, I don't have the same kind of range when I'm Beast Hinako. Stop! I can't do that many dodgies. Get smacked. You get attacked a bunch of times. White Demon Queen says a bunch of words when I'm busy fighting a fox. Oh. This is Oh. Oh, it's the doll now. It's not Shu.
To laugh! The only one who gets to laugh at me is my future self!
Okay, so the doll really was not looking out for us. At least in the sense that the doll was, like, representative of, like, the Tsukimogami, right? So, like, it was always warning us against the fox that it hated the fox. Which, to be fair, the fox was not a nice guy, but clearly the doll was not doing it for our own goodness. But another thing I thought about is that maybe Todayuki didn't care which one she is because he can make her his, mold her in a way, I guess. His power play. Yeah, I know, this is... I mean, and that could be true.
What does my life have to gain from giving into his feelings?
Can you get close to me, please?
What will I lose? What will change? What will happen?
Oh my gosh, he got close really quick.
A woman finds happiness when she is loved by a man. Those magic words don't help me feel better at all.
Ouch. Oh, this thing looks craggles. His feet are... Honestly, this guy looks like something out of Lies of P. Am I crazy? I mean, very Souls-like, for sure. Would you calm down? It seems that you are used as a puppet by both gods, as Goodsworth. Since as you did ask, look at that. The doll is in there instead of Shu. Yeah, exactly. It was the doll the whole time. Get stabbed in the crotch. Ow, but I dodge. Not fair. Oh my gosh. So once I complete this phase, then I have to go back to fight the fox, I bet. So I probably have to do like, yep, okay. Yeah, so I probably have to do like 3 phases of each enemy. Oh, hey, good. Oh, well, not good. Oh, what? You were summoning things and attacking at the same time? That's not what I was anticipating in that encounter.
This power.
Ouch. Oh, but I just killed them. You can't summon new ones. Oh, wow. I'm going to attack you now. Oh, hey. Oh, you're doing that thing where you do a lot of things. Ow, stop. It's not a lot of damage, but it's really scary. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You're so grumpy. Calm down. Get a Snickers or something in you. Oh my gosh. I can't imagine doing this boss fight sequence on Lost in the Fog. What an absolute nightmare that would be. Stop! You gotta calm down, guy. I mean, there's really no reason to fight the dolls in retrospect. Like the mannequins, they're just there. I can, like, easily walk away from them. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm stuck on... No! Okay. We're here now. Are you gonna summon bad things? Because I don't want you to.
My struggles are more serious. My doubt
Hinako, don't make this a contest.
me.
Ow. Where am I?
I'm sure of whether or not we have the courage to spread our wings and overcome it all.
Ow. Mother effer. Ow. With the arrows. Stop. Oh my gosh. Ow. Stop. Stop. Ow. Would you quit it? This would have taken days if you did Lost in the Fog. No, you're correct. Oh my gosh. Ow, would you not when I'm out of stamina? Doll is possessed by a spirit. If you read some of the documents that you've come across, explain how if you take care of a tool and keep it for long enough, it'll get a spirit of its own. Once it does, it is given to the gods as an offering. That is what happened to the doll. That Tsukimagami just took advantage of it. No, I mean, I think we definitely saw all those documents about, like, the stuff, but, like, it was really... Ouch, son of a gun. Oh, cool. It seemed like the doll was on our side for so much of the game, or at least seemed more helpful than... I'm gonna just heal. Thank you for giving me a chance to heal. Get got. Idiot. Oh, my face. Oh, excuse me, sir. Crotch stab. See, the problem with this guy is, like, he's so tall that I can easily stab him in the groin. He didn't plan it. Where did you go? Oh my gosh. Excuse me. Come over here, please. No, 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 no. Stabbing you. I don't know if that hit. Oh my gosh. Oh, hey there. Howdy, stranger. I mean, this is definitely tough, but it's not impossible. I think I can probably get this in the first try. Watch me get... I'm gonna get bodied by a fox. I don't want to hear anybody say anything about first try, okay? Holy crap. Get back here. Oh my gosh, what are you doing? Oh, you're doing this attack. Can you... Oh, no, wait, no, oh my gosh. Hold on. In a way it is, you can obviously not speak to the doll, but I see it as the same as Kodayuki. They care, but are being used by the gods to further their agenda. It could be true. Because, like, if you think that, like, the doll could be at Tsukimogami and this, it was, like, create... Oh, come on. You made a big... You made a big... Oh, stop with the tail! Oh my gosh. Tail whip does way more damage in this game. I get stabbed with claws. Oh my gosh. Hello there. Ow, stop! I'm just gonna heal real quick for no reason. Can I... Oh, the wolf! I would like... The fox. Sorry, I don't want to be racist. Or speciest. Get stabbed! Oh, I attacked you and I dodged you. Stop hiding behind your big... Oh, wait. You don't have to. Now stop. Please. Whoa. Hard mode FB1 says play this in Lost in the Fog or at least hard. I did. I played Lost in the Fog on ending 3. So I only had to fight the fox for the final boss, but that still took me like 3 hours on Lost in the Fog mode. I got the achievement and everything. I decided for the final run that I didn't want to do Lost in Fog, because boy, that was hard enough once. But also high hard mode. I guess you like to show up and tell people to play the game harder. Oh my goodness. I feel like this particular fight is tough enough. Oh, stop. Oh, I'm getting close to the edge of the world. I'm running this way. No, 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 no. No, but I ran. Stop! You can't do 2 attacks. That's not how this works. I'm gonna just... Excuse me, sir. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, hey there. That was a new move.
You really want to marry me, then know this! No one, and I mean no one, loves my Kodayuki!
Fair enough.
I don't know
I think
what
that's...
our futures will look like. But no matter what we choose in the end, we will face it. And if we don't agonize over that decision, then it won't matter what we choose. Just let us think! Think over our lives in silence! We don't need your meddling! This is our struggle. Ours, and only ours!
Whoa, hey there. Oh my gosh, he's fast. Oh, stop! Where are you going? Stop! Stop! You must! Oh my gosh! I dodged that somehow. Ow, well, okay, that's fine. Oh, Halo. Nope, 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 stop. I wonder if hard mode FBI was just a bot that just like detects. Ow, stop! Stop, stop, you must. No, I refuse to die in the 3rd phase of the final boss. Technically the 6th phase. Oh, not this, please. Oh, please. No, 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 no. Ow, my face. It's so scary. No, 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 no. Ow, well. I dodged it. Because I'm incredible. Get stabbed in the crotch. Ow, stop it. Okay, you're getting... Ow! Oh my gosh, wait, hold on. I'm going to sledge you into the abyss. Oh! No! Ow! Ow, stop! I shouldn't have changed my weapon, because now my... Ow! Stop! Oh. Oh, well, I mistimed that horrifically. I really wish these bosses had health bars. Oh my gosh, I would kill for a health bar in this game. I can't tell you how many times I've been like one hit away. Oh, stop. And I didn't know it. Oh, stop. And I could have... Oh, I could just be a... Because it would give me the courage to, like, be a bit... I guess that's the point. Is, like, it would make you feel a little bit braver, because you could get... You could get, like, more... Like, if you knew you were close to the end of the fight... Ow, stop! You'd probably be more willing to take chances, I guess. Once you're getting close. But without knowing, you kind of, like, have to be careful the whole time. Oh, I missed! Not my sanity bar! Ho 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 ho! Get smashed! In the grundle! That is so much damage. Yes! Sledgehammer to the crotch is how it should always end. I killed a doll. This is how Toy Story 4 should have been.
Sorry. I'll make sure to perform the last rites.
That's true. We did not dispose of the doll properly. This is what happens if you throw away a doll. You're gonna get cursed by it forever. Never throw away anything ever. And that's the lesson here.
Hurry! In here!
I am deeply sorry. He has had much to drink for his first wedding in many moons. He is normally so kind.
Yikes.
I really do.
Just leave this matter to me for now.
Kotoyuki, you could,
Apologies. While I tried to give you everything, I failed to realize what you desire most. Now I know. We both share the same desires. I want to know whether my love for you is more than the mere whim of a spell.
Like, is that fox god supposed to like be like representative of Kotoyuki's father, I guess?
Please leave.
if the love you have for us was real, I hope that we can meet again. I'll think it through, slowly and carefully. We'll have our answer ready.
Maybe what this game is really about is falling in love with somebody with dissociative identity disorder. Automod held a comment. Uh-oh. That's how you do it, boys and girls. When in doubt, sledgehammer to the guy's crotch. Jesus, that's nice. But that was a nice little conclusion with Kodayuki. I think that... Because again, I feel like deep down, Kodayuki isn't really a bad guy. I mean, and again, that's actually something that's been really fascinating with this whole game. Is there's no... I got it. As your mod, I'm on top. Thank you, Hitoon. You're much appreciated. I think what was really one of my favorite things about this game is the fact that there's truly no villain. Like, every single character had their reasons for how they were behaving. And so I think that's something that's like really, I don't know, it's something I love, like in a really well-written story. Like, I think a really strong story is always going to have protagonists and antagonists. But there doesn't necessarily need to be like a villain, right? And I think everybody, I mean, we still don't really get a full story in Sakuko and Rinko. Like, I guess you could say, White Demon says, thank you. Like, I think Rinko is, in that sense, very interesting because she's definitely, like, when it really comes down to it, like, she's probably the most antagonistic character. But, like, even she's, like, clearly got her own issues she's working through. I mean, granted, they're entirely of her own creation, it seems like. I mean, we don't really know anything about Rinko's family, to be fair. We don't know how she's been raised. But it seems that a lot of her struggles are of her own making. Like, how she chooses to perceive the world is really what's bringing herself down, more than anything. Yeah, I mean, we don't really know what role her parents are playing in this. It's not really our job. I would be curious, honestly. And I know this is something that a lot of new games do. White Demon says, someone smarter than me once said that the more a story is complex and layered, the less a pure villain is necessary. No, I think it's totally on point. Like I prefer villains to, I think an antagonist is all a story needs. An antagonist doesn't even necessarily need to be, like, a bad person. They just need to be... It's whatever character is forcing change upon the protagonist, right? Yeah, exactly, Tim. They're just someone that's opposite the protagonist. So they don't need to be, like, evil or bad or whatever. They're just, like, what's encouraging or forcing the change to happen to cause the story. So... But no, I think this game was really well thought out. Like, I'm guessing at this point we essentially have all the context. Like, I think we've managed to find, if not, I think we found almost every note. I don't know if there's an achievement that would tell us for sure if we had every note. But I feel like we got the vast majority, because I know we were getting achievements all along the way for, like, collecting all the diary entries for someone's, like... It's like, I know we got all Sakuko, we got all Rinko... We got all, like, the Diary of Revenge. We got all, like, the family letters from the family physician. They are opposing and challenging the protagonist's goals. Yes, is White Demon Queen. Cartoon says if the protagonist is stinky, the antagonist would be someone who showers 3 times a day. I mean, it could be. I mean, I think some very interesting stories are cases where... like, the antagonist is actually, like, a very good person. And not that the protagonist is, like, a bad person, but, like, the antagonist is forcing the protagonist to do better or to evolve in some way. Someone who believes in regular showering. Ugh. Whoever that is truly the enemy of all Redditor mods. This was really good. Letter from Kodayuki. Interesting. The days have grown warmer where I am. What is it like in Ebisugaoka? I can still recall the startling beauty of dandelions peeking out through cracks and stone walls. I would like to express my appreciation for the letter you sent me. It was quite enlightening. I will follow in your footsteps. I will follow in your footsteps and start by simply trying to enjoy life. As per your recommendation, I purchased sauce-flavored senbei for the first time just the other day. Well, you're getting pretty adventurous over there, Kodayuki. I must have been quite a sight to see. A man dressed in a suit buying cheap rice crackers and eating them with children outside the candy store. The children laughed when they saw me, saying that real grown-ups don't buy such cheap snacks. And so I explained to them how I wasn't able to eat many treats as a child, which is why I'm eating them now. When they heard that, they began swarming around me and telling me all the different delicious ways you can eat sauce-flavored senbei. Though I must say I was taken aback when a child suggested I try putting strawberry jam on it. Imagine such a scene, a full-grown man eating snacks with children. While I was rather embarrassed, I felt like I had regained part of my lost childhood. I intend to become reacquainted with my inner child, discover my own dreams, and live life to the fullest. And once I have done so, I hope to reevaluate my feelings for you. That's awesome. Wolf Farm Hinako.
So, what should we do about our future?
Oh, she doesn't have the mask anymore.
He gave me an idea. He grew to love someone deeply. To do anything. Everything he could for them. I want to live a life that full of passion. Of purpose. To pour my whole heart into things. To live with such passion that I might actually propose to Kodayuki when I'm ready. I also want to pour my heart into something. Not sure what yet, though. Very specific.
That's nice.
It's quiet here, isn't it? No one to tell us what to do or bother us. It's nice. Just the two of us. Yeah. Just the two of us. To decide where to go.
Interesting. How the hell did they get up there? I guess they're athletic. That's Sakuko's shrine. The new one, not the old one.
I don't think it's ever been this quiet in Ebisugaoka. It's really beautiful. And it is all ours. Our silent Ebisugaoka. Together.
So, am I crazy? Because, like, that was... I don't think that river going through town, like, was there before. Is that, like, implying that, like, a flood happened? Why do you yeah, just don't go to Silent Hill, okay? Try painting or drawing. Or kendo seems to be her thing. Because it says climb the trees. Well, that means Hinako didn't have feelings like that for Shu. Or by using the fox arm, says Good Ruth. Also, fox arm Hinako could have thrown Shimizu up there. I mean, that's true. You're not wrong. I guess together they can do anything. Says that means Hinako didn't have feelings like that for Shu. Why Demon Queen says, on the matter of Shu just saying that the guy tried to drug us, I also would have doubts. I mean, so that is interesting with Shu. Because, like, I think Shu also, like, I think it's clear that Shu has feelings for Hinako. But, like, he values the friendship more than he values those feelings. But it's also, like, he very clearly, like, he wants Hinako to make the decision to choose him. Like, he doesn't want to force it on her. But he's very willing to, like, do whatever he can to, like, encourage that. And I think giving us drugs is where I draw a line. See, I think that is interesting with the drugs, though. Like, I guess you could go down the rabbit hole of, like, the symbolism of trying to drug Hinako. But the purpose of the drugs, supposedly, is that they're supposed to allow you to have, like, a conversation, like, with your inner self. They're supposed to be kind of like, I guess it's supposed to be similar to, like, peyote or somewhere. It's like, it's like a kind of a spiritual drug more than it is like a recreational or, like, bad, harmful thing. Still not great to, like, do that without her consent. I'd say the consent thing is pretty important there. And so, because I don't think Hinako thought of Shu that way even before finding out about drugs. No, I don't. It doesn't seem like she ever really did. Like, there's really, like, no clues ever that she, like, romantically likes Shu. But he is, like, really important to her, like, in a different way, for sure. And I guess the question could be... Hold on, I'm going to turn down the game volume just a little. So we can kind of talk as we're going. Like, I think with the drugs, it's interesting, because I think the implication is that we really did meet our inner self, right? Because, like, we split into two people with two minds, but they kind of, like, both Hinakos were kind of finally able to see eye to eye and, like, work together. And so it seems like the drugs did help, whether or not. I mean, granted, that's like if the drugs are what caused that. White Demon says no, but that medicine is one of the reasons she couldn't face herself. It's on the condition that you don't take the medicine that she can progress. And see, well, that's actually... I mean, you're not wrong, White Demon Queen. Like, you can't take any drugs over the course of the whole game. But based on, like, letters and context, I'm pretty sure up until that point, Hinako has been taking the medicine. Like, there is a line in her diary where she mentions that the medicine Shu gives her does help, and that she has been taking it for her headaches up to that point. I mean, I guess the question could be, like, if it's the same medicine, and if the medicine, like, at the beginning of the game, like, that's different medicine that Shu gave us from that point on. But we do know that Hinako was getting medicine from Shu before the events of the game, and she was taking it. It could be another kind, which is why she didn't question it. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is, like, we don't... That's, like, a little vague. So, like, we don't know if the medicine's the reason we see the other Hinako. Ebisu Gauka in silence. We need to talk about our future. I will say the other really interesting thing... And hold on, I am going to do what is called a pro gamer move. Look at that. We got all 5 endings on a clean... Look at that. 1, 2, 3 with UFO ending. Then 4, then 5. Ah, it's beautiful. I'd love to see it. when he gave us the box, wasn't there something where he may have upped the dosage? Again, it's totally possible. And I think that's one of those things that is intentionally very vague, I feel like. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Because, yeah, we just don't know for sure. Because, like, it's a folk medicine that's supposed to help you speak to your inner self. That's, like, all we kind of know as far as that goes. We don't even know if that actually works. Or if there's, like, some other reason for, like, all of the stuff that happens to Hinako. Like, again, it's still kind of... I will say something that's really interesting with how this game ends is that we seem to be all alone in Ebisugaoka, and it's just Hinako. So, like, I'm curious, like, what that is about. I mean, because at this point, I think we have all the endings. Coming home to roost, drown in a bottomless pit of self-doubt, complete the story for the first time. Fox's wedding, dolls are happiest when they are loved. Didn't take the red capsules, purified the sacred sword, or didn't obtain it. Obtained the Agura no Hote-sama. The fox wets its tail, a hell of your own choosing, nothing else matters now. Didn't take the red capsules, obtained the unpurified. So the fox wets its tail is where we end up in Ebisugaoka alone with Shu, specifically. Ebisugaoka in silence, we need to talk about our future. Complete two different full endings, didn't take the red capsule, purified the sacred sword, offered the brooch. Great Space Invasion. Rise up, the Space Army is coming. Listened to all the UFO radio broadcasts. Found all three of the Great Space Invasion we posted in order after listening to UFO radio broadcasts. Found Great Invasion movie review after fulfilling the conditions above. So we did all that. So we got it. I think of it as this town being her mind palace in a way. I think there's something there. Like, I am curious, like, how much of what happened here was like literal and what was like in her mind. There's just like there are still like some loose ends that I would have liked a bit more clarity on. Like, because I feel like we never really see, like, with that in mind, like, we probably never see the real world at any point. It's possible that, like, even the Shu and Rinko we interact with for the first half of the game are not the real Shu and Rinko. And so it kind of leaves it up in the air, like, how much of these conversations are real events or the stories that, like, Hinako has, like, made up in her mind, right? Like, obviously, like, some version of it is real. Like, whether or not it's, like, exaggerated to some degree. Or, like, re-represented with, like, different things. I don't know, there's a lot of stuff going on for sure. And I think I've talked about this, like, I really want to, like, do, like, a video kind of putting together, like, all my thoughts about this game, because there's a lot to talk about. And I would need to, like, really kind of think about things and kind of organize thoughts, but I don't know, this is a really good game. Like, this is a really, really strong entry in the Silent Hill franchise. I think the people who are saying, like, this isn't a Silent Hill game are, like, out of their minds. Like, this does all of the Silent Hill things you could want. Like, it's got a bunch of symbolism. It's got a person dealing with trauma and trying to move forward. It has scariness. It's got, like, supernatural elements. You could even argue that this game has a cult, or at the very least, like, a very niche religion. And that niche religion is having a significant impact upon the world and how we are perceiving it. Village is remote enough, it seems that the events here would not even affect anyone else, just like Fatal Frame, it's all contained, says Hatun. Right. No, and I think it is fascinating how how much this game seems to pull from Fatal Frame. And maybe that's just because we were recently played, like, the first 3 Fatal Frames. But yeah, there's definitely something there. Although I will say, and I'm curious, like other people must have made this connection, but like there's like one element in this game that very clearly, definitely makes this world canonically in the same universe as the other Silent Hills. Let's see. White Demon Queen says, at least this version of the town, personally, and again, this is my personal reading, I think everything we see happening in the game are all in her mind, but some conversations that are more grounded have happened, others may have been corrupted by Hinako's unstable mind. Another thing to consider is that all the relationships are from her perspective, and she is very unreliable as a narrator. No, I think that's exactly on point, White Demon Queen. Everything we experience in the game is through Hinako. There is not a single cutscene we get to see that is outside of her perspective of things. So that is important. Like, we only know what Hinako knows. And we might not even know what Hinako knows. So that is an important detail in all of this, as far as like how things are happening in this world. But what I was going to say is that, like, even though it's kind of like a tenuous, like the connection that brings this game, and I'm actually curious. I think Hinako doesn't know what Hinako knows. No, I think that's a thing too, for sure. There's some of that as well. I'm curious to see the Silent Hill remake that's coming, because they did announce that the first Silent Hill is going to be fully remade. I think there's a couple of things they may change in that remake to more distinctly connect Silent Hill F with Silent Hill 1, especially. Why do you says for real? Dang. Because you know the Agura no Hote-sama, right? They make a very big deal. Like, it's clear, like, first of all, it's a red liquid, and it's used for purifying people that have been possessed by spirits. And we know that in Silent Hill 1, you have to get that mysterious red liquid from the hospital, and we never really get a clear understanding of the origin of that red liquid, but we need it in order to purify our cop friend who gets, like, possessed by the Silent Hill whatever. And so, like, we have to use that red liquid to free her from the spirits. So that red liquid is clearly the Agura no Hote-sama. And so the mystery then becomes, how did that come from Ebisugaoka to Silent Hill? Because I think that's like a really clear, like, line-to-line connection of the games. And I think they, like, depending on, like, what they do with the Silent Hill remake, I think they could do something very, very interesting with that little detail. And I think they are going to do something. I think it'd be a wasted opportunity not to. But anyway, that's kind of like my little thought there. But no, this game was great. Super loved it. It's interesting because Agura means sitting cross-legged. I didn't even know that. Agura no Hote-sama. I wonder what Hote is in that sense. Let's get Japanese to English. The cross-legged Hote-sama. I'm just curious, like, if Hote is like a word. I don't care about Google Translate. Hote. So Hote translates to Hote. Cool. It's super useful. So that does mean that Hote is probably a name. So let's do this. Agura no Hote-sama. Arigato gozaimasu hatun. Japanese names. Let's see here. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Hote. Maybe it's a last name? It's definitely not a first name. Hold on. Oh, I've ruined it. I don't know how to do this. How do I look up last names? Oh, last names. It's the Laughing Buddha? That's interesting. Oops, hold on. Sorry, I think I'm highlighting your messages. Maybe not. I don't know. If I am, I apologize. The Laughing Buddha, huh? That's interesting. Anyway. So I think Hote is the god of fortune. Ah. Okay. Interesting. So, thank you for your much better Googling than me, apparently. So that's... Anyway, that's... I think there's a lot of really fascinating things going on with this game. And if I get the gumption, I could easily do like an hour-long video just discussing this game. And all of the really cool things they did. And how it all connects with the other Silent Hill games. I mean, at this point, like, I really want to. I think there's a really... be fun just to, like, organize my thoughts on it. But, that's going to require me to actually, like, buckle down and focus on a thing and, like, do editing work. And I'm terrible at that. But hopefully I do. So, because I think it'd be... Make sure to do an outline to stay on topic. I never outline nothing. I'll just sit here and ramble for an hour and you'll like it. No, but I've been wanting to do, like, essay-type videos for a while. On, like, supernatural, paranormal topics. But, like, this is, like, a game that I really could get into the meat of. Honestly, I'd like to do one for Silent Hill 4, too, because I think Silent Hill 4 is awesome. And I think it's underloved. Probably because it's incredibly flawed and has a lot of... a lot of things holding it back. But I enjoyed that game. Hutchins says, you know, I downvote instantly. No, Hatun. That's what's going on with my channel. I keep getting all these negative downvotes. That's the problem. It's all Hatun's fault. I'm like, why do I have so many dislikes? Anyway, well, thanks everybody for hanging out. I guess we'll probably just end the stream a little early. Because I don't think there's really a reason to do a whole hour of anything else. I am curious. It's not just me. So I am curious what people think I should do next. Because I think I either want to do OG Silent Hill 2, like the original PS2 version. And then I also want to go back to the Silent Hill 2 remake to get the other endings. So we only ever did one ending of the game. So I do want to go back and get more endings and more context. I think that could be interesting. And then obviously we still got to finish the Fatal Frame games. We got 2 more Fatal Frames to play. Because Fatal Frame 2 is being remade and I think coming out this year. Crimson Butterfly remake come out? I think it comes out 2026, actually. I was just wondering about that. More remake endings. It is March or something. Yeah, so it comes out soon. To remake. Why do I need to verify my age? Why do I have to be over 18 to view this content? The characters are like 15 or something in the game. Ridiculous. Verify my age. As if a child could not dare look upon a game full of ghosts. March 12th, 2026. I could pre-order it. If I pre-order it, I get silly costumes. Great. I probably should pre-order this, because I do want it. I've been anticipating, says Whitey. Lala and I really are the ones keeping you on task. I task. I task real good. You don't have to look, but I appreciate Lala and Hatun's ongoing efforts to herd the cat that is Grayson. It is a full-time job, I'm sure. But anyway. So I think, I mean, with that in mind, this is where we discuss strategy, because everybody loves strategy. Is it strategy to play Fatal Frame 4 and 5, and then then we play Fatal Frame 2 Fatal Frame 2 remake right as it comes out? Is that strategy? Is that like the big IQ move? I do like strategy, actually, says White Demon Queen. Is this high IQ? Is this high IQ play? I don't know. Because that way, we get like 1,000 people to join us for Fatal Frame 2 because we've been playing so many Fatal Frame, right? That's how that works. But we could also, I don't know. I also still want to play Silent Hill Downpour and Silent Hill Homecoming. Like, those are like 2 offshoots that are apparently not very good. Although I've heard Homecoming is decent. Like, story-wise it's decent, gameplay is a mess. So, it'd be tough to play, but maybe if the story's worth it. So there's all that. There's also a Fatal Frame stream right now, says White Demon Queen. I do like Fatal Frame, to be fair. Accept your fate. Honestly, so, for real, like for real, Fatal Frame 3 was a blast to play. Like, Fatal Frame 1, the story was good, gameplay was hella frustrating. I'll be 100% honest, hella frustrating to play that game. But the story was good, so it was worth it. Fatal Frame 2 was way less frustrating, which is good, and also still very good story. So, like, that was also nice. It was worth it. Fatal Frame 3 played so good. Fatal Frame 3 played like a dream compared to the first 2, and the story was still very interesting. Map was hella confusing, but I kind of got used to it by the end. Play Silent Hill 2 since you've been playing that since you've been saying that since you played the remake. No, I think Lala's been saying I should play the OG since the remake, and then I've been acquiescing to Lala's demands because I fear her more than I fear anyone. Although Hatoon's a close second. Hatoon says, Fatal Frame 3 fanboy, let's go. One of us. No, Fatal Frame 3 was great. Like, I mean, I can see why it was divisive. Like, I think this is something you'll find, White Demon Queen, like, the more you join in for these streams. I don't know if it's by instinct or, like, subconsciously or something. Like, I tend to be a bit of a contrarian. I tend to like the games that people don't like as much. And I truly don't know if it's like a subconscious desire to be different or if I'm just like wired to different. Because I also like Silent Hill 4 a lot. I know that's like another divisive one. But Fatal Frame 3 was great. Super enjoyed it. Especially I'm a little disappointed that the true ending is so not hardly different at all. But, you know, oh well. Still a good game. Anyway, so we'll see. I'm getting some compelling arguments from people for doing more Silent Hill or Fatal Frame. So maybe we'll toss a coin. Although maybe I could just like knock out the rest of the Silent Hill stuff, because once I play Silent Hill 2 OG, then I'd be done with it for a while. Probably. Anyway, we'll figure it out. We might stream on Tuesday. Potentially. Otherwise, for sure we'll stream again on Sunday. Also, I mean, as long as you can back it up with logic and rationale, I don't really care. I always welcome thoughtful opposite opinions. Right? And that's... Roll a d20, 1 through 10, Silent Hill, 11 through 20, Fatal Frame. That's Hatoon saying I should trust the dice. That's what gamblers do. Gambling's wrong. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of good horror games out there to play. And I really do enjoy playing a lot of the more classically inspired ones. Like the retro ones are really fun for me. So... And maybe one of these days I'll even do a stream showing off the game that I'm making, once it's a bit more made. But I've been doing that in my free time, and it's been pretty cool, so. Anyway, I think that is enough for today. Let's move over here. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I guess you should stop playing D&D. No. To be fair, Hatun, I practically have stopped playing D&D. I don't think our my group has not gotten together for like 3 months. And the time before that, it was also like 3 months. We've played like once in the last 6 months. It's very, very loosely a campaign at this point. That's like the fate of all D&D campaigns, I feel like. I've never seen a full campaign through to the end in all my years of playing D&D, which is a shame because I usually have get like a really good group together. It's always a lot of fun. Everybody gets to build like cool characters and there's fun story, and it always just like dies. Make a one shot. Could do a one shot, I guess. Easy down. Yeah. I mean, one shots are fun too, or like just like a really short campaign. I've thought about that. Like, I think like if I were to be a DM for, and I've thought about like this magical story, because I've thought up of like D&D campaign stories, and I would definitely do like a shorter one that could be like done within a few months, rather than try to do like a super like year-long campaign. So I feel like that's where you got once you try to do like a really long one. People get too ambitious. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Hopefully we'll see you on Tuesday for whatever we do next. I'm gonna I don't know, maybe I'll pray about it. Who knows? I'll ask Hote-sama what he thinks. Gotta hit the have a date in La La Land. Goodbye, White Demon Queen. Goodbye. Yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. Bye, Hatun. Goodbye to Sir Goodsworth, who was also here. Lunar was here. Anyone else that stopped by, thanks for stopping by. So, yep. Good says GG. Hatun says bye. Yep, goodbye everybody. Have good nights, good sleeps, good week to you. Lunar says take care, Gray. Thanks, Lunar. So, alright. Bye everybody. We will talk again another day.